Welcome to episode 100!
Woo! Episode 100!
The final episode.
Yep. Because we're all going to die right afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Move these guys.
If we reach 100,000 subscribers, we'll continue. But if we don't get that by the time this episode's live, for 1 week, no more episodes.
If we can get half of the cast of Wild Hogs to sign a petition, we'll keep doing
Do you mean half of any of the cast, or of the main four?
Of the
half of the entire cast.
Half of the entire cast, or if we get the guy who plays Kimi from Lost to get
I will count William H. Macy as 2 people, because I like him so much.
That's fair, me too. I'll count him as 4 people.
There we go.
How much does Kimi... I don't know what Kimi's actor's name is. I just call him Kimi.
His name is Kimi.
Yeah.
Actors are known.
Which one is
he?
He's like the fucking
he's like has a shaved head. He's like always
he's like the second in command guy.
He's the one of the 2 who gets the mustard and the ketchup on it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about one of the Hogs.
No.
That's Martin Lawrence and John Travolta and Tim Allen.
No, he plays like a side villain in Lost. His name is Kimi.
Kimi was the hero.
I want to say I've seen him in something else where
he's
he
in a lot of
also
shit.
played
he's not like a side villain. He's like one of the main villains for a season.
I want to say I've seen him in something else where he also plays the kind of like threatening homosexual, I'm gonna rape you kind of character.
He plays that character a lot.
And I can't think of what it is. It's not Lost. I haven't ever watched a single episode of Lost.
Yeah, until I pick it for the podcast.
Oh, God.
Just kidding.
Too soon.
Yeah, I'm okay.
No, but he's in like a lot of stuff. He kind of plays the same guy, sort of, with varying levels of like homophobia and like rape factor. But he largely plays the same guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of... That was a weird joke. Randomly in Wild Hogs was out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, it definitely had that homophobic mid-2000s sense of humor.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like... I never forgot about the homophobia in like mid-2000s comedies, but I forgot how much they like to joke about sexual assault. I'm like...
Yeah.
Habitable.
But... Guys, it's
episode 100!
It's episode 100!
Episode 100.
So, I had a small plan. I initially wanted to get apple cider or sparkling apple cider for everyone, so we could all partake. Instead, I was only able to get my hands on champagne. Just a nice little bottle for us to pop for the occasion.
Should have just brought like some USA.
Yo, why didn't you get Mountain Dew USA?
You could have asked me to pick that up, but you didn't.
USA.
I feel
like that would be the name of Miley Cyrus' song.
I bet there's Party in the USA. I'm pretty sure that's the Miley Cyrus song.
I feel like Miley Cyrus is very much past a lot of that.
I haven't kept that.
Yeah. Thomas.
Sorry.
She's basically being the vice president.
I just figured she was the kind of person who liked Mountain Dew.
Everyone likes Mountain Dew.
There we go. Hey, and no.
Why do you aim it at Pierre?
Because that's rude.
Aren't you supposed to shake it up and then open it and like spray it all over the floor?
Yeah.
There's always that.
That's how you celebrate.
That's like the douchey maneuver.
Joe doesn't know how to celebrate.
That is correct. Thomas, I know you were driving. Do you want something?
If you want to give me just a splash.
There you go.
Thank you.
Pierre, would you like some?
Sure, I'll take a little bit and pretend to drink it.
I like this.
That's alcohol, right?
I like this whole thing because Joe was like leaning in, so and this camera has like a slight fisheye, so his head was just going like, "Whoa!"
It's like that scene from Old Dogs when Robin Williams takes the medication.
True, classic.
God, that was.
I liked it when he was taking like the really big step.
Yeah, it's just like. Whoop.
I really liked the Joker face.
Oh yes, I'm glad
That was pretty
John
good.
Travolta
Glad that
should have
came
played
out.
the Joker.
You play Jeff the Killer.
he should have. I think he signed on to do the Fanatic instead.
Which is like a Joker movie.
What we watched was basically Jeff.
It
That
kind
one,
of
we
is.
should watch
It's-
Joker and the Fanatic
it's-
as a double
I
feature.
didn't watch the Fanatic, but I know it's got like the same like kind of comedy plot going on in it.
You said King.
Except this time it's directed by Fred Durst.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, has Fred Durst directed movies before?
Yeah, he did The Fanatic in 2019 with John Travolta. And then I don't know if he's done anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was The Fanatic good?
No, apparently it was like fun to watch, but apparently it was fucking awful. I don't watch
Sounds
it.
about right for a movie directed by Fred Durst.
Yeah.
John Travolta was also in this movie called Gotti.
He was in Gotti.
But have you heard of a little lesser known movie starring John Travolta called Pulp Fiction?
Battlefield Earth.
It's a better
I haven't
movie.
heard of Battlefield Earth. It's the one where he's got.
I've seen Battlefield Earth.
Yeah.
It's not very good.
He's playing a predator man who looks like he's in like the UFC.
Yeah, he's like an alien.
Well, Thomas, what else have you been watching lately?
I'm glad you asked. A lot of the Clone Wars.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of the Clone Wars. I am almost finished with season 6.
Oh, jeez, you did go hard.
Damn.
I am halfway through the second episode of the last arc of season 6 with Yoda, where he goes to Dagobah. Yeah, I'm liking it. I really liked the Darth Maul siege on arc. That was good. I really liked that.
I feel like you're like 6 seasons in, you have to like it.
The first season is like, hey, we're kind of like making this work. We're
Hey,
trying
look
to.
at Jar Jar!
And season 2 is like, hey, why don't we just pay tribute to a bunch of different genres and movies? They do like a fucking Akira Kurosawa 7 Samurai episode in
They do
there.
that in Mandalorian as well.
You
Oh,
get
nice.
Every Star Wars story.
Well, I mean, it's because we have to thank the Kurosawa for Star Wars. He fucking gave us the Hidden Fortress, which was a big
Fortress is so
inspiration for A New Hope. So,
Because there's a hidden fortress in A New Hope.
So I'm gonna finish season 6, and I'm gonna take a break because then I have to read the Stephen King book, and also
You started.
no, and then I have to. I want to read because I hear they take place in between seasons 6 and 7. I want to read Dark Disciple and Son of Dathomir. So I'm gonna read those.
You gonna watch Rebels at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it probably after reading some more comics that take place in between. I might read the Tarkin book because I think that takes place in there.
Man, we really like got you spun up on all this.
It's because when I was reading the Thrawn books, I wasn't in the Star Wars mood at all, and I was like, all right, I have to like get into the mood. So like when I wasn't reading the book, I was like, I'm just gonna watch like a handful of Clone Wars episodes, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, I basically forced myself into a Star Wars mood, and my ADHD is just fucking carrying me through it right now. So
Gotcha. Because I've been working my way slowly through Rebels, and Rebels is pretty dope.
I'm excited for it.
I'm digging the majority of Rebels, although a lot of it is just like I just want to get to Thrawn. I want to see Thrawn. I need more Thrawn.
Yeah. Have you seen any of Clone Wars?
No, I haven't.
You're gonna have to
2 episodes.
do that.
Yeah, no, Clone Wars is probably something that I'll get to, but I'm like slowly getting into like Star Wars. Like I've come to appreciate a lot of like the earlier portions of the Star Wars like story. If anything, just like I don't know, Star Wars is a really good like baseline for a lot of crazy things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And also like I gotta show you my favorite Star Wars creature that I found. Do you know what a Jupa is?
Not off the top of my head.
Good.
Unless they show up in Clone Wars or some other supplementary material.
They'd show up occasionally.
Let me see. Where the hell is... There he is. So this is a Jupa. It's a big old sandworm. This guy's name is Big Bongo.
Oh, nice.
Well, did you remember that
He's great.
level of Jedi
Yeah.
Academy where you
I can
can't
see
step
that.
on the sand or else the big
Yeah.
sandworm will get you?
That's a good episode. That's a good level.
It's like Big Bongo.
Reminds
was
me
there.
of the Krell arc. that also has like a thing with that, but it's like
Turn on the fan.
No, don't turn
on the fan. I
It's
should.
not even that hot.
Wait, are you guys hot right now?
Well, I've
Always
got a bunch of additional body fat that
I guess
warms me
I'm
up.
just too cool.
Ooh. Would this help?
Yeah, you put that on. It'll help cool you off. Or London puts it on. It scares Pierre.
I don't think it scares me.
I like to think that's scary.
I like to think that that's what like people see when he's just like breathing.
I want to make a slasher movie that's like a short that where the slasher's like in the shadows for like 2/3 of it, and then it just has an end reveal of that from the shadows,
Be good.
and then it turns out the victim was Harvard the Rabbit the whole time.
It's actually a Lewis the entire time.
Joe, what have you been up to this week?
Not a whole lot. Watching some Rebels. We've been watching Power Rangers. Great time.
Power Rangers is dope.
I
Power Rangers is dope.
I'm like, it's fun. It's a good time. It's like, that's not what I have my drink in. I don't know. It's cool. I was always like a fan of Power Rangers when I was a kid. I was never really like into it. Like, they very much got me on like the marketing. Like, oh, I want the cool Power Rangers toys. Like, those are cool. But I'm just kind of like, I appreciate like just how crazy and silly everything is, and everyone looks like they're having fun, which is a big thing.
Yeah.
It just makes you like. I just smile whenever I see it.
It's a good time. You don't need to take it seriously. It's just
you need
fun.
to take it seriously.
Well, you need to take it seriously when the morphing grid's involved. But
At least the series we've been watching, I think it's hilarious that the Power Rangers feel OP. Like I feel like
They're
any
not
problem
getting wrecked.
appears,
They just
they'll
destroy
they
it.
just wreck any problem that comes their way. They just go on to the next episode.
I'm very much surprised because usually there's like something like, oh, something gets stopped or blown up or destroyed at some point.
But they're just wrecking.
Yeah, no, they're just absolutely steamrolling. Yeah, no. Apart from that, it hasn't been anything too wild. I've fallen back on my old vices of playing RuneScape again, which is yay.
Oh,
It should be illegal.
It honestly should. But yeah, no, so I get into a mood like every other year, it feels like. I'm like, oh, it's RuneScape time, baby. And then I'm like, I don't want to play this game anymore for like another year and a half. And then I'm just like, continues until I die or until the game shuts down.
Never gonna shut down.
Probably not.
And Pierre, what have you been up to this week?
Aside from working every day, the only thing I can really think of me doing was editing a video for a Ruby Justice League.
Go watch Pierre's new video.
That I posted this morning, so it's like a month late. Like the third issue comes out like today or yesterday or something. But second issue video's out because some guy with a Kingdom Hearts name said we should do these more. Aside from that, I've just been playing Dragon's Dogma on my Nintendo Switch because it's a great RPG, which I also made a video review for the anime. It's not a good show.
Wow.
Go watch
The game
anything
is
that
good.
Pierre does.
Game is
Pierre
good,
makes
though.
good content.
Yeah, I make great.
We also
content.
finished season 1 of Riverdale.
Oh yeah, we've been watching Riverdale. How did we forget about Riverdale? Oh my god.
I didn't know if we were allowed to talk about Riverdale.
So are you familiar with Riverdale at all?
I know.
So fucking
You know about
bad.
the Archie comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've read the Archie comics when I was like a kid.
Okay, so you know the Archie comics, right?
Yeah, I know.
Take everything you know about it, chuck it
I know.
right into the goddamn ground,
I know.
alright?
I've seen
have the
clips
names.
and stuff. I know
It
it's like
is-
a Pretty Little Liars, Twin Peaks kind of like
Except without any
Except
good
without any of
Yeah.
the
Like Pretty Little Liars actually has some decent moments. I've seen like a
I don't know what
season
you're
of
talking about. Like
Yeah.
Riverdale
Riverdale
might
has
be
been non-stop
one of the
bangers.
most exciting shows I've seen in a very long time.
Like, it's garbage. It's so easily to tell that it's garbage, but like, it's the good kind of garbage that, at least for me, like, there's like shattering revelations every other sentence.
Like, it's garbage, but it's like flaming hot garbage. It's like when you see a trash can on fire, you just look at it because it looks cool.
But, like, at the same time, like, everyone's coming by because it's the communal kerosene disposal unit. Everyone's just dumping.
The communal kerosene disposal.
Like, it's on fire anyway, so if anyone has any junk they want to get rid of, they're just going to quickly toss on the fire.
And it just...
way we toss things in that.
It is glorious. It's hard to look away from, and you just kind of like, yeah.
It also has the greatest performance by Cole Sprouse ever.
You know what I'd probably think if I was next to a burning trash can? This fucking stinks, and I'm gonna walk away.
Nah, but it's an interesting stink, though. You're wondering what's in it.
What?
You're like salad. You're like, I know this smell somewhere. You're like searching your childhood memories for like, where did I know this?
Is this like a clown and like a car tire and maybe some like Kool-Aid?
Please tell me if they kept one detail from the comics. They kept the
Archie has red hair.
No, Jughead loves burgers.
No.
What? Wait, no,
I mean, they go. He's at Pops. He's there like
time.
Every day.
Yeah.
He doesn't constantly go, I love burgers, but he's constantly at the burger joint.
If there is not at least 3 sequences where he is sleeping in his hammock, dreaming of swimming,
he doesn't have a hammock.
He doesn't have a hammock. What?
Yeah, he's homeless.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like living in the closet.
His dad's the leader of a gang on the other side of town, like in the comics.
Is that the comic?
No, and he's homeless for a while until he moves in with Archie, and then he starts fucking Betty. But then he starts doing his classic line of, "I'm weird, okay? I'm a weirdo. You ever seen me without this stupid hat? That's weird."
So, like, Jughead in Riverdale is like every like
he's like the Joker.
He's like every Redditor Joker that's ever existed, just kind of all in one, and like with a million pounds of angst on it.
Kind of. Yeah, Reddit's just like
awesome.
Yeah.
I've never been on Reddit.
Yeah, it's just like everyone's Jughead.
But like, just like, you know, like the really like dry, angsty, I'm moody, so I'm interesting kind of vibe. Like that's Jughead. But
not my Jughead.
Not my Jughead.
Like, I've heard the arguments for like, oh, it's bad because I don't really.
I don't like. I get that it's not trying to stick it to the source material or whatever, but I don't know.
Like, it's trying to be like just interesting entertainment, and it kind of does it for me. And just it's so bad, and like later seasons, like it knows it's bad, and it like hams it up. Supposedly, this was the only season that they actually like tried to tell a story.
Like it's
they tell a story in that.
Oh, okay.
It just gets worse.
Oh, okay.
I can only see it getting better.
For Pierre, it'll probably get better.
Can you turn on the fan? Holy shit, I'm melting.
I'm not turning on the fan. Oh my god.
Can we open the window, please?
It's not even that hot.
I am dying.
I'm seeing the moisture on his head.
I am dying right now.
I can also see the moisture.
Why are you bald?
Is it because you're drinking? That might be it.
It is warm.
It's probably not helping. But yeah, I can't think of anything else we've been watching.
We also watched the first part of The Long Halloween, the Batman movie.
Yeah.
First part came out.
How was it?
I really liked it.
Pretty dope.
I have The Long Halloween right there. I still have not read it. But as a DC animated movie, like a standalone product, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was good.
Jensen Ackles, he voices Batman this time around. And I really enjoyed his voice performances. I'd be interested to see him play Batman more.
Okay.
And get this, the Joker's in it.
Do you know who the Joker is?
I think I'm vaguely familiar with him. He's the one who lives in like the fish tank and is blue, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that goes, I'm the Joker, baby!
Dear Batman, I came in your pants today, so you'll be walking around with combat.
Signed the Joker!
Joke's on you!
I see.
We also watched Luca, the new Pixar movie.
Oh, yeah.
Pierre did not. Pierre was like, I hate little gay boys. Fuck.
I was more
And
like I was at
Italians.
work.
Is that what the movie's about?
It's about they're like mer people. They're like fish people, but if they go on the land, they turn into humans.
Mer people.
Gee, that sounds vaguely familiar.
Wait,
but he's trying to. They want to get a moped. That's like the whole movie. It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's a fun
I
time.
like that the stakes aren't very high in comparison to a lot of other Pixar movies. I'm like, this is good.
Yeah.
You want to get a moped.
sounds like a better plot than Soul.
It was. It was also a better movie than Soul.
Got him.
I haven't watched a Pixar movie in a long time. The newest one I saw was Finding Dory, and I think that's only because somebody picked it for the movie wheel. when
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
that.
Finding Dory was good.
I'm trying to.
It was great.
I'm trying to think of what the last genuine Pixar movie that I was like went out of my way to watch was, and I think
Did you watch Coco?
no.
Watch
No.
Moana?
I watched that, but that was another case of one of you guys
It's
picked
not
it for a
Pixar
movie day.
It's like a Disney animated studio, like Frozen was, and Tangled.
You're right.
Oh, okay.
Tangled's
Yeah, I know, because
is
the last
best Disney
time
movie, by the way.
I saw
Seen
Coco
Cars 3?
No,
was when we were still doing
it might have
Monday,
been like
and Thomas was not there. I remember, because that's the only movie that we gave, like... It was the first movie we gave, like, an unofficial 10 out of 10 for everybody.
oh yeah, if I was there, that
Wait, what
would
movie
have
was
happened.
that?
Coco.
You might have loved Coco.
I might have liked it, but I don't think I would have given it a 10, just simply because of how I work on my rating system.
Animated movies cannot be perfect.
No, that's, what do you mean? I have End of Evangelion on my 10s.
You mean the worst anime ever made?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, do you think that's better than 2.2?
Then
2.2 is like
Yeah.
like the coolest.
The fuck is 2.0? Oh, is that the rebuild?
It's one of the rebuilds.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Is 4.0
I like
plus
2.
1 or whatever out yet?
I was going to ask...
It was in,
4.0
it's in theaters in Japan, I think.
It's in theaters in
I don't know if
Japan.
it's
I don't
still
know
in
if it's
theaters.
They did a
Like 2 months
re-release.
ago.
Oh, okay.
They did a re-release of a like extended cut in Japan.
Okay, so we're probably getting...
What's the
We'll probably get
3.3 plus
4.0 in, like, 3 months then?
I don't know. We'll
Was
see.
4.0 a thing?
No, it's 3.0 plus 1.
3.0.
Okay, that's what I
Whatever.
thought.
Just people
I forgot the name of it.
will call it 4.0, and half the time people. know
I
what
still
the fuck
haven't
they're
seen
talking
Evangelion.
about. I like the
Watch
rebuilds.
it.
They're just like they've just been incomplete for so long, and the bits that they've got currently don't work enough for me as a whole.
Mm.
Like Asuka in the rebuilds gets like 0 fucking character development, and you're meant to just kind of carry over shit from the original series that you know about her.
Because Asuka's not important. Also, they fixed
Asuka-
Shinji's character.
How do we fix Shinji's
They make
character?
him not the worst.
The whole point is that he is the worst.
Yeah.
That's the
Why would
entire
I
point
watch
of the
a
story.
story about a guy who's the worst?
You watch Boruto.
Boruto is like great.
His dad is literally a war criminal. He
His
just
dad's
didn't get
also the
convicted for it.
president.
You assume
President
that
war criminal.
you assume that all presidents are
Also, I
war
don't
criminals?
think Naruto committed a single war crime.
Have you seen his haircut?
He has Ichigo's haircut.
Yeah, but he can't rock it.
It's true.
Yeah.
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 So that's what we did this week. I also started reading the Darth Vader comic. You started reading Dark Lords
of the Sith,
which
so
is
it's the one that
second
came-
one.
Yeah, it came out second in terms of like release date,
Yeah.
but chronologically it takes place first.
Which I want to say, is that the one that introduces the Inquisitors?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've been reading the first one, and then I'll read. I have 2 of them right there. And then after that, I'll read Dark. I'm just going to read them.
I've got all of them on
Thanks.
Do you like the Inquisitor's lightsabers?
I think they're pretty
I
cool.
haven't seen most of them in action yet. Like the point I got to the comics before I stopped and fully devoted all my Star Wars energy to the Clone Wars was basically he had met a couple of them, and Darth Vader was like, they need to know what pain is. So he basically just fucking maimed all of them. He gets rid of one of their eyes, cuts off one of their arms and shit. It's like they have to know loss.
Classic Vader.
It's just like I feel like it's just the chain of command because Palpatine like just fucks with Darth Vader. So Darth Vader's like, all right, all of these guys, they're gonna get it. And it's like such a toxic but fun to read
Kind of
experience.
that inspires loyalty.
Well, if
Right?
you're strong enough, it is.
Yeah.
Strong enough that it's funny.
And yeah. So let's
Wild Dogs?
let's just not talk about the movie.
You know,
No.
for episode 100, I'm going to show off my volcano tits because I'm.
Yo.
I keep forgetting you
Yo.
have a tattoo.
Yo.
Yeah.
Tom is like, I forgot too.
I also
How
forget
long
that.
have you had that now?
I got it when I was 18.
Because it's a
I
griffin.
thought you were going to say
You've had it for
age.
90 years then.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it as a griffin because of your last name, or
Yeah,
is it because
basically-
you're a big fan of Harry Potter?
I was basically like, I want to get something on my skin that I probably won't regret. So my last name is probably.
And you regret it.
I don't regret it. It's
You want to
just
get
like,
screen wing tattoo?
Nah. I don't know if I ever want to get a tattoo again, just simply because, like,
It's out.
no, it's not owie. I don't get anything from it. So I don't know, like,
Well, I like every time I look down, I'm like, yo, I got a lightsaber on my arm.
So if you get a
It might-
tattoo that gives you special powers,
Yeah.
it's fine with that.
see, it's either a good or a bad thing that I have mine where I just never see it because it's always behind a shirt sleeve, so I just forget about it.
I go several months forgetting that I have a tattoo.
What is your tattoo?
He has a
I have a smiley face on
Oh,
my ass.
yes, that's right. I forgot. I remember you,
doesn't
like,
count.
telling me about it when you
It's
got
still
it.
a tattoo on my
Well,
body.
yeah, but it makes
It's still
sense that
permanent.
you forget about it because it's like this little. It's like
It's
a
3
line
lines.
and 2
It's 3
dots.
lines. I'll get more ink eventually. I still have ideas that I'm cooking up
Okay.
constantly.
You should get a mustache on the smiley. You should just continue the smiley face.
Just
Make
get
it
like
bigger.
Darth Maul's like face tattoos.
Yo, that's a terrible idea.
I didn't get it. Okay, let's talk about Wild Hogs.
London, you love this movie.
I watched this movie so much as a kid just because like I had DVD. I had like 50 movies probably, and I just would watch all of them over and over again.
Yeah.
And I liked it as a kid. Like I thought, and I still like parts of the ideas of it. I really like movies about midlife crises. Like I'm like, that's my jam. I love seeing people just suddenly break down and become vulnerable. That's
It's
why I'm
nice.
friends with Pierre.
If only that happened.
waiting
in this
for it.
Years from now, you're going.
Yeah, there are hints of it. I'll be like, oh, and then it's not.
Mm.
But so John Travolta is rich, but then his wife leaves him. He loses house, loses job, and he decides, hey, I'm going through some shit. What if I go across the country on a motorcycle with my dear friends William H. Macy, Martin Lawrence, and Tim Allen?
Mm-hmm.
And then they all sort of agree after a while. William H. Macy and Martin Lawrence are just like, okay, pretty much. But Martin Lawrence is like, but my wife, she wears the pants in the relationship.
She can't know that I'm doing this, so I'm
So
gonna.
I'm gonna lie to her. And then
Right.
Tim Allen's like, I'm gonna eat butter because
That was the
I'm
best
supposed to be eating healthy. And he's like, I'm gonna eat butter. And then he goes in the hospital. It would have been better if he just died right there. And they're like, oh, we gotta do it.
Tim Allen just dies while they were filming it.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like those two plot lines went nowhere. The like Tim Allen need to be healthier, and then Martin Lawrence like need to hide from his wife.
Well, he talks to his wife then. He's just like, I need you to stop. She's like, okay.
yeah,
that's
they just need
Yeah.
to talk.
Tim
like,
Allen,
a
all he
total,
did
like,
was-
2 minutes.
Travels, God knows how fucking far to yell at her husband, and then it just ends
halfway
with.
across the country.
He's just like, I need you to chill, baby.
And she's like, I
okay.
fucking love you, man.
And Tim Allen's just like, I am the golden knight again.
I'm Tim Allen. I'm here to collect the paycheck, baby.
Yeah, the biggest issue with this movie is just all the plot threads feel incomplete.
Yeah.
Besides the bad jokes and the homophobia
Yeah.
and the sexual
I
assault
have a
joke.
quick question.
Yeah.
So was Tim Allen the main character?
It
Was,
was
'cause I feel
it's
like
hard
it
to
framed
tell.
it mainly around Tim Allen.
yeah,
even
which was
though
weird because it was
the
based
midlife
around
crisis. Like he wasn't really.
Well, and
I
like,
guess
and
he
John
was kinda
Travolta's
having
kind of the
one.
one that sets up a lot of like shit happening. Like when he blows up the biker bar, like that. Like
They feel like they have the biggest arc throughout the whole story.
Yeah, like,
I feel
it-
the
like John-
camera's on Tim Allen.
yeah, John Travolta's like the one that's like going through stuff, like doing stuff.
100. Or 100. I don't know which
No,
one
so it's
it
gonna
is.
be the Screaming's hot dog right across the chest.
Yo,
Yeah.
can you get a tattoo of the entire hot dog over your whole chest?
I'm not doing.
And the two like nipples that are on the hot dog, those can be your nipples.
Can you get a tattoo of your old drawings of London? Where he's like,
Oh, from the original
Yeah.
like art.
yeah,
Yeah.
You get that on your ass.
There it's gone.
If we get to 100,000 subscribers, will you get a tattoo of my face?
On my ass, sure.
Okay.
So no. One cheek
Now we have a goal.
London's is your old drawing of London. The other cheek is your like gremlin like drawing.
No, see,
Just my face.
yeah, just my face. We could do another subscriber goal for London to get my face on his ass, and then we
I'm
can do
not
the
gonna do that. No. Nope, not gonna do
Speaking
it.
of Tenacious D, Kyle Gass was also in the movie,
Yeah.
briefly.
which is
He's
He
just
sings,
singing.
he sings 2
He
songs.
sings like 4 songs.
Sings 2 songs.
He sings like 4
it's
songs.
weird seeing
He
like
sings 2
older
songs.
Kyle Gass now because like he has like a beard and like white hair and just like Kyle just looks old.
Kyle's gonna die in like 15 years.
I hope.
25 years. He's pretty old.
Yeah, he's like
I know.
78? No, he's
yeah,
not.
he's like late 60s,
He's a
early
decent-
70s.
He's a decent chunk older than Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black's like what 60?
Jack Black.
Kyle
is
Gass
he's
is 60 years old. He's not
Okay.
that old.
Okay, just the gray hair doing a lot of work then.
No, he's bald.
Yeah, he
True.
had like a condition or something. Like he was bald back in high school.
Yo.
Like I remember seeing like a high school photo of him, and he had like the
middle-aged man part.
the straight
Friar Tuck.
The Friar Tuck, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so they go across the country. They encounter a cop that wants to have sex with them.
The cop was
And
great.
he mistakes everything they do for being gay.
This is cool.
It's like room temperature-ish. No. I
do
want to drink it more.
You just pour it down your mouth.
I should have.
We should have just doused you in the champagne.
And they lit you on fire.
You wouldn't have caught on
On
fire.
the 100th episode of Scream Weens.
When I thought I couldn't get any
Someone
hotter.
will die.
Someone only one of us will leave this room.
So, jokes on you guys. We actually watched Battle Royale. We're gonna reenact
That
it right
movie's
here.
okay.
We actually watched all the Fortnite trailers.
Number 1 victory hero.
Don't
And
sing
then
it.
eventually they end up at a biker bar. The bikers take one of their bikes, and then John Travolta accidentally blows up the bar while stealing the bike back. They go after them. They all end up in a little town, Madrid, and they
Madrid.
eventually have to have a final confrontation with the biker gang. And they don't win, but they
They have a Spider-Man 1 moment where it's
Well,
like, if
you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us, and they bring out like baseball bats and an axe, and they're like, "We're gonna fucking kill you."
And that doesn't
throwing
work. So
garbage at the
then
Green Goblin.
Big Daddy Biker.
the
shows
original
The
owner of
first
the
biker
Del
in existence
Fuegos,
shows up.
and he's like, "You're not real bikers."
It's like
Go bike around."
y'all are posers.
And then they're like, "Wild hogs," and the movie ends pretty much. Well, meanwhile, all throughout this time, William H. Macy meets a woman who Marissa Tomei.
up, who is like a quarter of his age.
It's not true.
don't think
Not really.
At least half.
Marissa
but
Tomei's
still.
like ancient.
Is she?
She's like,
Everyone in this
She looked
movie
a
was
lot
ancient.
younger than him in this movie.
yeah, she is. But
Like,
let's see.
I didn't mean literally.
Let's
a quarter
see.
of his age,
William H.
but-
Macy is currently 71, born in 1950. Marissa Tomei was born in 1964.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so like you're 10 years apart, but like
Yeah.
at that point it
Oh.
doesn't matter because the movie was filmed like what 20 years ago. So like,
It was like 15 years old.
2007.
Yeah.
oh god,
All we know is that they're both piles of
Same
But they go on one date and then he falls in love with her. Also, he was being a weirdo throughout the whole movie, which is sad. Like, I think William H. Macy is the best part of this movie.
Yeah,
I think
no,
he's
definitely.
pretty fun. But then there's also a bunch of lines written for him where he's just being a weirdo around women. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh.
it was very sad when he was like, "Yo, your bike's really cool, dude." Like you just like talking with the bikers about it.
Always-
The bikers were like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna just take your bike from you and give you a scrap." I'm like, he's just being nice.
It's funny because William H. Macy is a substantially better actor than any of the other three.
yeah,
So all his stuff...
Tim Allen was there, but okay.
Tim Allen was
not-
terrible in this
John's
movie.
not a good actor.
He's a snitch.
It's because he doesn't need to act. He's Tim Allen.
That's true.
Got a point.
He's just playing
I
Tim
like-
Allen.
There was a point in the movie where I thought about that because he's like, I used to get high every day. I'm like, you were a snitch.
That's true.
Nothing gets me high like snitching. Just
Right?
That makes too much sense.
But William H. Macy, like, just feels so genuine in a lot of the, like, conversations he has, which makes him, like, genuinely sad when he's like, oh, I'm so excited for this bike. And I'm like, oh, no, William H. Macy, no.
Yeah. I think there was only one part in this entire movie that actually made me laugh, and it was the scene where he was talking. What's the character's name?
William H. Macy?
No, the woman that he likes.
Marissa Tomei? I don't remember her
Marissa,
name.
yeah.
I just remember the actor.
He's talking to Marissa Tomei, and it sounds like he's setting up to, like, say that he's, like, married to someone or someone. Like, he's like, oh, man, I was hoping I wouldn't have to tell you this, but I'm kind of a nerd. I thought that part was pretty good.
There are... Maybe it's just because I remember a lot of these jokes and I remember laughing them as a kid. But I chuckled a couple of times at this movie. Nothing, like, substantial, but...
Like, I feel like I probably had a couple of outbursts, but also, like, it's easy to make me laugh, and also, like, my brain does weird things with, like, okay, this scene is, like, weird because my brain interprets it in a stupid way. So I'm, like, a couple of scenes were just, like, randomly, like, just random, like, single frame things, or, like, random events. I'm just, like, these aren't funny, but my brain's like, this is really funny.
It'd be a montage of them, like, driving down the road, then Joe would just start bursting on the laughter, seeing these four guys on motorcycles.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better if they had all kissed at the end.
Like
and
at
it
the
was
same
just
time,
gay.
or like they take turns.
No, they all go in for like a
So, like,
a
at the
quadrant
same
kiss. Yeah, they go. But yeah, we're pretty much Wild Hogs. I think we should make Wild Hogs 2 with us.
We are Wild Hogs.
We're the grown-up sons.
Who is
Wild
who
Hogs.
in this scenario?
Pierre's Martin Lawrence.
I
Pierre's
said I wanted
Tim
to
Allen.
be Tim Allen.
Pierre's Tim Allen.
Here's Tim Allen.
You are the adopted son of Martin Lawrence.
Does that make
Okay,
me
good.
William H. Macy then?
No, I'm William H. Macy.
Oh. So, well, that makes me drunk.
But I'm just going to be dressed as his character, the Shoveler from Mystery Men, for some reason. And I'm just going to be carrying around a shovel.
I guess that makes me John Travolta then.
Well, yeah, because you have dance. Wait, I should be John Travolta. I'll be all for it.
I'll dress as a cop and I'll be like Bad Boys.
We should watch all 3 Bad Boys movies now. It'd be better than this.
Oh, probably, but
Bad Boys movies aren't bad.
I haven't watched one in a really long time.
I saw
can't
3 in theaters.
Say that with certainty.
And did I make a review on the channel? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
think so.
did. And I gave it a 5, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Pierre be like, you can't rate it that low. It's got Will Smith in it.
That's the genie from the lamp.
Yeah, sing, rap, dance if you give him a chance.
Yeah. So overall, I have a lot of nostalgia for this movie. I still like hate it. It was pretty bad, but it wasn't the worst for me, at least.
Yeah, like
William H. Macy was in it.
it's mid 2000s comedy.
So
Like it's
the pinnacle.
I don't know. I feel like the only thing that like I have like maybe mild interest in is like maybe anything Adam Sandler, but that's only because it's Adam Sandler, and I'm just like that's just
Yeah, it's the funny guy.
it's the funny guy with all his friends.
Yeah. Grown Ups. We should watch Grown Ups 1 and 2.
I like Grown Ups 1. I haven't seen it since I was like a kid, but we watched it a lot as a family. I don't know why, but like as a kid, I'm like, this movie's
That's the
fun.
next movie we gotta watch with Joe.
Oh my god.
Joe is one to get chocolate wasted.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything else to say about Wild Hogs?
Like 4 out of 10. It's fine.
Okay, well. I guess we know what Joe's score is. Alright, Thomas.
Pierre gives this a 6 out of 10.
Probably like an 8. No.
No, I think I'd actually probably give this like a 4 maybe out of
Okay.
10. Like, I don't know, like, I like the meme of Wild Hogs, and I think Tim Allen's
Wild
funny.
Hogs.
Because he's like playing Tim Allen the same.
I'm Tim Allen.
He's like the
I'm gonna
same
eat
character and
butter.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the Kimi stuff, because I was like, that's Kimi from Lost. I also really do like when they do accidentally blow up the biker bar.
And
Because
John
like, it
Travolta's
starts
just
with
like,
just like,
oh
okay, that's
no.
cool. We're just snipping all the fuel lines. And then it's like, to be honest, it wasn't his fault. They were the ones who like.
It was the American Smoking Board.
I
that
wonder
was
if
involved.
that scene was meant to be like a reference to Mad Max. Because that's how the first Mad Max movie ends. With him driving away and he looks back in his rearview mirror and sees like a little explosion.
Possible.
All right, Pierre.
The whole movie was Mad Max references. Thinking like a 3.
Yeah. Thomas, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Old Dogs.
Old Dogs, directed
Much
by
worse.
the same guy.
Much worse.
What do you mean?
Much worse.
This movie was...
Did you like this movie?
No.
Did you like it better?
No.
I thought this was much worse.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had grown up watching this one, but like
All
this
right.
was.
The tits were out for Wild Hogs, but the dick's got to come out for Harambe.
Yo!
No, I'm not
The
taking my dick
world's a
out.
safer place with Harambe not in it.
I think this movie is like just set off a chain of events that led to Harambe's death.
You mean?
I agree.
Okay, I think I might rate this movie higher now.
Here,
I-
hates Harambe.
I love
do.
Harambe. That little kid should have gotten the bullet instead.
That kid might as well be one of humanity's greatest heroes.
Actually, I take it back. Not the kid, but the irresponsible mother. I don't know. I don't even remember what.
Can't
really
blame like
happened.
a 3-year-old or whatever.
She's like the
Wasn't the kid,
mother
like,
of a
7?
patriot.
Even still, you can't blame a child.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't. That's
Yeah, you
not
can.
the child's fault.
Yeah, you
Let's
can.
talk about Old Dogs. I'm pissed.
No.
Alright,
Okay.
so
Were you gonna explain the plot?
go for it, Pierre.
Okay, Old Dogs is about Robert Williams and what's his name, John Travolta. They're 2 old guys, but they're also rich. So, like, when you realize that, all the stakes in the movie disappear because they're rich,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing means anything.
Mm-hmm.
But what's his name? Robert Williams finds out that he actually has kids with some lady that he dated a couple years back. And he needs to watch the kids because she has to go on like a business trip or something.
She's going to
But-
jail.
Oh no.
Do they ever explain why she's
Wait.
going to jail?
She said trespassing. That was it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
She
there's
was
something-
trespassing because like
Oh,
there's
yeah,
like,
she,
on a construction site near her house. and
Yeah,
she
some-
didn't
some-
want-
Yeah, political
Go-
activism or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, 2 weeks in prison? I'm like, okay, weird.
That's a weird like setup for this kind of movie.
Yeah.
But it's
But
imaginative.
Yeah, it's different than like, oh, I have to go on a business trip. I need you to watch my kiddos.
If anything, it's more believable. Like I could believe something random like that happening over like I'm just going to go on a business trip and I can't. bring my
business
kids
trip
with
would be
me.
like more like makes sense because it's
Well,
all
no,
around
but
then it
business.
would
you
bring
could bring
the
your
end
kids,
conflict
though.
into arc because that is all over his business. And
Yes,
so
yeah.
if she left for a business trip in the movie,
She's
her
in the
getting mad
rival
at the end
business.
wouldn't
Yeah.
hold.
Anyway, the 2 old guys need to watch the kids, but then they also try and close a deal with a Japanese tech company.
Mm-hmm.
And hilarity ensues as these 2 old men realize that they know nothing about raising children. And these children are also the worst because they're children, and that's how children be.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the course of the movie, they both realize that they kind of like being like co-dads, especially Robert Williams. Robin Williams?
It's Robin Williams.
It's Robin
I figured you were
Williams,
calling
right?
him Robert as a meme this whole time.
And I say Robert Williams sometimes because I feel like Robin's not a real name, it's a Batman character.
That's
And
fair.
a One Piece character.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well.
And that's pretty much the whole movie.
Yeah. And like nothing.
It's basically just 2.5 men if you took the tanning joke from Christmas with the Cranks.
I watched Christmas to Cranks like 40 times.
Yo, Tim Allen's in there.
Maybe-
Christmas.
I think he might have been.
Is he
I
also?
wouldn't be surprised if they had like tried to get him for this movie because like it really doesn't feel like the role was written for Robin Williams.
It reads like a Tim Allen movie.
It does, and it just doesn't. It doesn't have that Robin Williams energy to the script, And I get not every Robin Williams performance has to like
an awakening. So that's not really. It doesn't feel like a Robin Williams.
Robin Williams has too much actual dad energy to play a guy who's like supposed to know nothing about being a dad.
I would agree with
And
that.
that's
Like,
what-
he's like, I don't know how to be that.
Like
And
John Travolta, I could believe it.
Yeah.
There's no gradual change into like being a dad. It's just suddenly like one day he's like, oh, I'm good with kids now. Like, what the fuck? They go to Bernie Mac and get the human puppet.
Yeah, which I thought that
That's horrifying if you don't know what it's
so fucking stupid.
Bernie Mac's human.
It's like any other, like, because they're taking the typical, like, comedy cliche of, like, hey, I've got a date with this girl, but I don't know how to talk to women. Oh, I got you, bro. We'll put, like, an earpiece in your ear and I'll guide you through it. It's like that same...
I don't know how to move in front of my daughter. I'm like, what?
Yeah. And it's just like...
Like the whole, like child-proofer joke is, like, really, like...
Dax Shepard walks up. He's like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm Dax Shepard.
Yeah, North Normandy.
I feel like this movie was just stealing a little, because I can point to several things in this movie and go, this reminds me of this bit from this other 2000s comedy, because it's like, you got Dax Shepard and Seth Green, and then Seth Green is like...
Literally, the thing
gorilla
that
joke is like the
happens
bear.
in without the without a paddle.
exactly.
Like that. I'm like, am I just watching without a paddle?
All movies made between 2000 and 2008 are the same movie.
The overdone tan from Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah, 2009.
The whole premise from Two and a
Well, this
Half
is the
Men.
culmination of those 8 years of filmmaking to make one
Literally, when I saw Seth Green, I'm like, I wish I was watching without a paddle. I don't remember if that was good. It probably sucks.
I mean, at least
But
it
Matthew
probably
Lillard's
has
in it.
more like of a chemistry going
Yeah.
on because you got. I like Dax Shepard, I like Seth Green, and I like Matthew Lillard. So at the very least, I'm sure to get some like nice comedic.
I mean, we
synergy
had
from
Dax
them.
Shepard and Seth Green in this.
Yeah, but Dax
but
Shepard
not
was, like,
together. Yeah.
Not- yeah, he was like yelling at the guy from Boogie Nights half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just...
William H. Macy.
No, not that one.
Like, the scene where they, like,
The one
mix
that
up
was in
the
9/11.
pills, I'm just like, this is really dangerous, one. And also, I'm like, I kind of like the scenes where, like, whoa, we're on weird pills. But again, that's part of, like, just, like, my brain doesn't process comedy correctly.
Also, like, there's no stakes for that because, once again, they're rich. And if they, some of them,
Yeah.
they'll go to a hospital and be able to pay all their bills out of pocket.
Yeah, that's another thing I had a problem with Wild Hogs is they all seemed incredibly rich too.
Except
Even John Travolta. No, he's like, oh, I'm failing. I'm like, no, you're not. You
Well,
still
yeah.
have this house.
Well, he's the kind of rich that's not good at handling money. So it's like he has the money, but he's going to burn through it in like a week.
And-
without
Yeah.
super.
when we first started watching Wild Hogs, I'm like, okay, it's gonna be like he's the only rich friend. But William H. Macy is like a computer programmer.
Oh, also, one of
and
the-
Tim Allen has like a 3-story house.
He's also a dentist.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I feel like it's mainly just Tim Allen and like what's his name, John Travolta are like the two rich ones. The other two are like
Martin Lawrence is
Martin
definitely
Lawrence-
upper middle class.
Yeah.
At least, though.
Like, he
Like
has...
his wife makes the money. But,
oh yeah, I forgot his wife's making money.
Yeah, his wife's a lawyer or something?
Yeah.
And, like, he
and
works...
he works at
plus his
the
mother.
firm.
He works
Plus his
a
mother-in-law.
good trade, so, like, he makes good money as a plumber. So,
Hey,
like...
guys, it's a little hot.
Why is everyone so hot?
Just hit me.
You should douse yourself in that.
But what's it called?
Kind of nothing remarkable about this movie.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed off that the titular dog was not in the movie very much.
Yeah, and then he died.
Yeah, and it's like, what the what the hell? Stop killing dogs.
It's
Dog
called Old
dies.
Dogs, and then there's an old dog in it.
Okay, I'm giving this movie a 10.
It's a little bit better now.
I knew we should have watched Hotel for Dogs
I
instead.
agree. No, but this is good because it was made by Walt Becker or whatever, the guy who did Alvin and the Chipmunks 4.
He did, I think 3, and he's doing the new Clifford movie.
Yeah. No, he did 4. The Road Chip was 4, right? Because it was Chipwreck.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
You fucking...
Whatever. But, yeah, he also directed Van Wilder.
Yeah.
That's even
And
insane.
there was one other thing.
He did this movie that I read the synopsis for that's like Ryan Reynolds is like thinks he sleeps with a guy and then thinks he's gay, but he's not really.
Oh, Blood Rain.
Buying the cow?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called.
So not Blood Rain.
No, that was Uwe Boll. We watched Blood Rain on the podcast
Did we?
already.
Oh, well, you guys.
Yeah,
probably
we did. Yeah.
Yeah, the two podcast people.
I am a regular host on the other podcast on this channel.
The
Thank you
movie
very much.
podcast people.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right, well, let's closing thoughts on Old
clothing.
Dogs.
Thomas?
Fucking awful.
Yeah. Yeah, it just felt even, because, like, I thought
Wild Hogs?
Wild Hogs was just a collection of just random comedy cliches as well, but at least it felt somewhat
It had William H. Macy in it.
well put together and less, what's the term I'm looking for? Just less obvious that it felt like it was just kind of taking a bunch of
A
different
clip
stuff.
show.
Yeah. And this movie, yeah, it just wasn't good. It didn't have any good comedic energy. I didn't like the sense of humor at all. I don't like the mixed pill jokes or the tan joke or any of that.
Yeah, that tan joke was rough.
Yeah, I was just like,
Remember when they played Frisbee, though?
Prison rules! I did like seeing Justin Long. He was probably the best part of this
Yeah, yeah.
movie. Mostly because I like his stupid fucking
And that was
mustache.
another scene that had that, like, overt, like, these fucking homosexuals energy. Because they're, like, just tackling them on the field. And it's just
Yeah.
like, ugh.
I think Walt Becker needs to see a therapist.
Joe, are you okay?
I'm dying right now, dude.
Why aren't you taking off your shirt? Okay. Thomas, you're going to give this a 1.
I guess.
Are you going to give it the same score as Wild Hogs?
No.
So you should give Wild Hogs a 3 and this
I
a 2.
don't even want to give this a 1, honestly. But I guess
It's
I'll
a
give it
0.
It's a 1. Joe, you're going to give this a 2.
No, I'm gonna go with a 1. There's
A 3?
I
A 6?
a 9? A 10?
Oh, duh!
I
Oh,
heard
I'm
I heard
brave.
we're settling on the neutral 7.
No, I'm going with there's nothing in this movie like again like I laughed when like the dude hit the golf ball in the knee, but also like again like I am broken when it comes to comedy. Like
I like the part when Rob Williams got really close to the guy. I was like, hello.
and like the Joker laugh was like the smile was like funny because like again like my
They do that same thing in Truth or Dare.
Yeah.
The one that went to theaters, not
they
the one we
end the
watched.
movie with like the whole family doing the Joker stuff.
yeah, and like it's funny because memes have corrupted my brain.
Mm.
And, like, that's the only, like, but there's, the rest of the movie, I was so checked. There was nothing that pulled me in.
Well, there was an old dog, and they were old dogs. I don't know if you got that.
No.
Even though they literally say it.
London?
Up here.
Oh, Pierre? You're going with
You're
a,
skipping me.
Pierre, you're going to give this a 3.
Oh, like a 7.
I was gonna give it like a 4.
Oh, a 7?
Felt like it was like pretty much as good as Wild Hogs. Like I want to give it a
Wild
little
Hogs had
more, but
motorcycles in it.
I don't want Joe to be right. If I'm being honest,
That's fair.
That's fair.
I'll give it a 3.
You would?
Yeah.
Joe's right for once.
You know, it's bald people. We can never catch a break.
And then London is gonna give this a negative 3.
We'll give this a 1. Episode 100!
Episode 100!
I'm hardcore, but I'm not that hardcore.
I'm hardcore, but I'm not that hardcore.
All right, and to start off a brand new 100, we're going to be talking about my favorite actor in the world. Then we're going to do an actor deep dive next week featuring Song Kang-ho.
Man, who did
Yo.
not invent the drop kick.
He invented
He
the
invented
drop
the drop
kick.
kick.
He did not.
So I wanted to just pick.
Worst actor.
I wanted to just pick movies that I've seen before, the ones that I love. But I picked 2 movies I've seen before and 3 movies I have not seen. So we're going to be watching the ones that I have seen, Joint Security Area, and we're rewatching The Host. Because I fucking love The Host. We're also going to be watching
The Host is
The Foul King.
And
by
the Falcon?
The Foul King
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. We're also going to be watching Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. And we're going to be watching The Show Must Go On.
If I had a cat, I would name them Mr. Vengeance.
I'm just gonna say Song Kang-ho is probably the worst actor I've
Shut the
ever
fuck
come
up.
across.
Shut the fuck up. Tune into
He is
our
not
Memories of
sexy.
Murder podcast where Thomas goes, I love Song Kang-ho. He's my
And
dad.
tune in next week when I'll probably say the same thing.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with us all this time. 2 years.
100 episodes!
Many more years to come.
Technically, this is like episode 98 because we were 2 Weens in a screen. Or we were the
I
Ween
changed
cast
it.
for a
I
while.
changed it.
We were the Ween cast for a while. Before the guy running the Ween podcast went, hey, I've already got that.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Why didn't you just fight them?
Because I'm like,
It's not
Weencast
worth it.
wasn't a great name regardless.
No, but it was your name.
It wasn't.
Well,
What was that?
I like 2 Weens in the screen a lot more personally.
No, this is Screen Weens, actually.
Screen Weens, yeah.
I still think it should be called London and Thomas's podcast.
It should be. Okay, goodbye, everyone. Deb!
Try not to die.